Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports and Songs podcast. We're on season 5, episode number 11 tonight. Tonight's the songs edition, Andy, where we go through and review an album, a band, an artist. It's all about music. It's all about the songs on this Thursday night show every week. So today's January 18th, 2024, and we've got a special guests joining us tonight. The band Mad Alice, the tribute band, is joining us. Hello, gentlemen.
Yes.
Hello. Howdy.
Welcome to the show. They've never been on before. We're big fans. I've tried to see you guys twice in the past. The dates haven't worked out, but I'm looking forward to the show coming up at the Shakopee Bowl on Friday. I've got my ticket ready to go. And Andy cannot make it, so I'm going to be going solo.
I am double booked that day, yes.
He's double booked. Andy can't make it.
That's polite. That's now, when we say double booked, that means the wife had made plans already. I didn't check with her first.
That's a tough call.
That's the definition, yeah.
Yep, well, I'll take notes for both of us, Andy. I'll take notes and do a review of the show. Can't wait. I love Alice in Chains, love Mad Season, and Lane Staley, Jerry Cantrell. You know, the whole group. I mean, with Mad Alice, I mean Mad Season, which really essentially started in the state of Minnesota when Lane was in the rehab here in Minneapolis, getting help on his addictions, is where this all spawned with Barrett, Martin, and folks. And this group here put it together. They're doing a little bit of each here. James, can you go and introduce the rest of the group there, along with what they play and what role they have there in the band?
Yeah, I'm James, vocals.
Yeah, I'm John. I do the bass and a lot of the backing vocals.
I'm Jordan. I play second guitar and do some backing vocals.
I'm Kyle, and I play guitar, sing a little bit.
I'm Connor. I play drums.
Nice.
Yes, he does.
Nice. So he's kind of our Barrett Martin guy, huh?
Yeah, he's more of a Sean Kinney than anything.
More of a Sean Kinney. I like it. I like it. So the first question, gentlemen, is when did you guys get started? You're based out of St. Cloud, Minnesota, local Midwest band. What got your start, and how many bands like this are out there that actually do both of these groups like this?
Ooh, I don't know. I'm sure there's got to be a couple that are doing. You're talking about Mad Season and Alice in Chains?
Yes.
There's got to be at least a couple, but
we pretend they don't exist.
Yeah, we haven't met them yet, luckily. But yeah, we started back for the most part in 2014. We formed out of another original band that a few of us were in, called Season of the Fly, and we wanted to keep on playing even though we weren't really pushing that project anymore. And we had always just talked about being an Alice tribute, and it seemed like the right thing to do at the time. And here we are 10 years later, a couple different members, but a few of us. Yeah. You don't know who. You just have to guess who's new.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. We don't want to single anyone. We're all inclusive.
Don't want to point fingers, but
Exactly. So how big's the Alice in Chains would be, in my mind, that'd be a tough group, a tough. The songs there are tough. The vocals are tough to pull off. It's pretty good. Mad Season the same way. That's a challenging thing to do. And once again, looking forward to the show. But how do you mix up the two then? How do you mix up? Is it 80% Alice in Chains? Is it 20% Mad Season? Is there a mix or a match as far as your set list?
There's not really a formula. I'd say it seems like maybe one out of every 10 or 12 songs is a Mad Season. If we just play an hour set, we'll try to get at least one Mad Season in there.
Yeah.
And then the 2-hour set might have a few,
I see.
And sometimes we have special shows where we'll do the entire Mad Season album back to front.
Oh, you will? Okay.
Back to front. Start at the back.
Start the back and go all the way
Back to front.
backwards. See if you can get it.
You never heard
Really
it
tricky.
Literally song backwards. You don't even know.
Yeah, there's some good songs. I'm sure River of Deceit is the common one that gets played all the time, I'm sure. But
Alice has so many more hits than Mad Season does.
yeah.
It's like River Deceit and maybe I'm Above.
Yes.
Yeah, so unless you're really busting out deep cuts, you can't go too far on the Mad Season album.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Now, the most of the fans though that you're playing in front of are going to know the Alice in Chains hits, of course, and get into the groove there with some of those. Do you guys also play any kind of acoustic shows, or just all straight up electric?
Oh no, we typically have maybe 4 or 5 acoustic songs if we're doing like a full 2-hour set, just for the dynamics of it. Just kind of split things up.
Okay.
And we also do the unplugged album back to front.
Back to front.
Yeah, oh yeah, Chan. We'll be in Chanhassen on August 30th and August 31st doing the unplugged album.
You did? Okay.
We will be this year with Lithium, the tribute to Nirvana. This guy's in Lithium too.
Oh, okay. Lithium.
That's right.
That's good job. That's good stuff there. Lithium,
Everybody
another band I want to see. Now, Shakopee Bowl, you guys have been there a couple times, right?
Yeah, this will probably be our fourth time.
Yeah, Andy and I, we love the venue there. How is it? What's it like performing on stage there? It seems like a great venue to me. It seems, but then again, I'm a fan watching it. What's it like there as far as performing on that stage there with that venue? Sounds to me like the artists like it.
Yeah, it's a good time. It's a decent sized stage, and I like the size of the room too. You get a decent crowd in there.
Yeah, the stage is huge, man. It's fun. It's got the little jut out things. You can go rock star out on the little platform.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Good spot. Now, how do you guys do that then? Coming down, do you come down and then do a couple shows and then head back to St. Cloud then after that, or you just do one show and you're back the same night, or do you crash and then head out the next morning?
So far, Shakopee has been play a show and then drive home. I don't think we've spent the night.
Not
that far long.
Yeah, I suppose.
You got Kyle.
It's just about that far. But
it is okay. Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. So, Alice in Chains. Now, what's it like now singing for Lane there, James? It's got to be tough with some of those vocals and whatnot. But how has that been? You've been doing this, for a while. This is 10 years. It sounds like.
Mm-hmm. 10 years for this band for sure. Yeah, it went by quick. Lane is, he's a powerhouse, and I'd say it's either you have it on a night or you don't. And there's definitely been nights where I didn't really feel like I had it.
He had it.
Yeah. Well, you start fretting out, you start losing. So my approach there is I like to maybe take a little bit of freedom to play with the melody, or bring something down to a different note that still works. I don't really like completely blowing out my voice at a show, So you just need to adapt to the current situation, I guess.
Now, what Alice in Chains, all their albums, which one do you basically cover the heaviest airplay, or the songs that you do? Is it Dirt? Is it Jar of Flies?
Kyle, you want to answer this one?
I would say we probably play the most off of Dirt.
Okay.
But they all have great songs on them, so we can pick and choose whatever we want to do at whatever time. So
you can do some saps, a little Nutshell. Oh yes.
We've
Some
been getting
sappies.
deeper into tripod lately. We did a tripod front to back to front show.
Back to front.
We've been throwing some of those, and Head Creeps has made its way into the set list a lot.
Dude, Head Creeps is badass.
Head Creeps, okay.
Heavy, man. They're sweet.
It's surprising on some of those how many people love it.
Yeah.
Like, people recognize some of those deep cuts.
That's a dark album.
Be singing along with the
Yeah.
lyrics,
For sure. But I mean, that one also has like Heaven Beside You on it, and that's always been a staple of the acoustic set. So,
Yeah, that album.
And the guitars, then you're down tuned as well, like Alice in Chains was known for, kind of like Soundgarden as well, back in the that heavy sludge sound. Kind of started off with Black Sabbath back in the day, I suppose.
Sure. Yeah, Alice doesn't get as wacky as Soundgarden does. Soundgarden will freaking drop all the way to the.
Okay.
Wacky is a good word for it.
That's a good word.
Allison's kind of sick, and then Soundgarden is kind of wacky.
Yeah. Yeah, just like that. But yeah, tune-wise, Alice isn't too bad. It's mostly E flat if you're a guitar player. It's always down a half, and then sometimes they do the drop D thing. but it's not like you have to have 20 guitars where some bands you do, you know?
Just use the same drums.
Same drums. What's that?
I don't tune my drums down at
No
all.
tune.
Just leaves them where they're at. Nice.
That would be a little bit. That'd be a dedication to your craft for sure.
Now, how many shows? How many shows do you guys perform in a year, ballpark?
It's actually gone up a little bit recently. I don't know, like the whole year, I'd probably say like 15-ish, maybe, or 12 or 15, maybe.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
I feel like the first half of this year, we got 7 shows booked, so it's off to a good start.
See, it feels like a lot when we plan, but then when you say 15 shows in here, it sounds like jack shit.
Yeah. 15. Yeah.
Like, wow, these guys think they're a big deal.
15 sweet shows, though. I mean, they're big shows coming up, you know.
Each show more personal.
Yeah.
This way we can bring
Get
our
your
A game.
tickets now.
Our shows are like snowflakes.
So who's the Jerry Cantrell lead guitar there in the group? And so what's it like then trying to mimic that sound, that style that he plays? Such a genius watching this guy perform.
Well, Jerry is fantastic for sure. I'm lucky enough that I don't have to sing most of the stuff. You know, we got a bass player that looks like Jerry, sounds like Jerry. I mean, it works out pretty well.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
You know, and I, you know, my amp, my sound, it sounds pretty good. You know, it sounds like Jerry a little bit. I get compliments every once in a while, so I'm, you know, just pull the Jerry off the best that I can.
Pull them off.
Pull him off as slow as he wants it.
Nope. Not touching it.
Nice.
Pull them off back to front.
This really is a dark theme.
Now, Andy, what other questions and comments do you have for the group?
Well, there's other Seattle cover bands out there that do the, other groups. Have you guys ever gotten together for a show and kind of done the Seattle sound of all the tribute bands?
Oh yeah, we used to do that a lot. Like there used to be, what was it called? The
Alive was doing.
Yeah.
We got a Pearl Jam tribute starting out again. A different one.
Because
Not us, but
It's called Dissident.
what do you know about Dissident?
Wow. They're not even out yet, dude. I know. Are you saying that? I mean, just because you're not a Pearl Jam
No, but we're
fan,
all in multiple
unreal.
bands. You know, I met Alice. We got Lithium. We got a Deftones tribute guy over here, and Pearl Jam,
and Jordan.
And then there's Jordan.
No,
But there used to be a string of shows we would do together with the Lithium band and then the Pearl Jam band. So we would Sounds of Seattle or something.
It's kind of starting back
It was
up
Return to Seattle.
Return to Seattle.
Started
Okay.
back up at Montepalooza though. This last
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
last year at Nordic Brewery in Monticello, we did a thing
Yeah.
called Montepalooza, and it was like 7 tributes, I think.
Foo
Yeah.
Fighters, Green
Yeah.
Day, Smashing
Not-
Pumpkins.
Yeah, not all necessarily Seattle people, but all kind of that same era.
It's like a tribute to the 90s.
Yeah, they're
Yeah, new one I just saw coming up in June. down in
they're
Florida.
doing that again this year. That Nordic Brew Pub.
June they're doing what's
In Monte Invasion.
Invasion. So that's like heavier,
Yeah.
like more 2000s, and they're gonna do Montepalooza again in September.
October 5th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
So many activities.
yeah, but yeah, it's funny.
So
There's
much room for
no
activities.
all those bands. There's no Soundgarden tribute because no one can sing like Chris for a whole night. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's true.
got the other bands covered.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I know I've asked this to other guys. Like I said, most of you are in other bands also. Have you ever gotten to the show and like wanted to do one of your other songs from another band, or like kind of forgot for a second which one you were in on the way to a gig? Like, oh crap, I was thinking these songs. I got to do Matt Alice stuff today.
Kyle may have been that high before, but
I think we're all pretty good at dividing our other projects, you know.
Yeah.
And once you get on stage with this group of guys,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing.
Totally different vibes
Yeah.
with each band.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, different rehearsals. So you're
I'm actually surprised that I've never done that, like, honestly.
yeah, that does sound something that should happen.
But usually you have such a different set of songs that you're stressing about for the week. So
Okay.
I don't know.
And it's like you said, it's a different group of guys. You're looking around going like, well, you don't know Alice in Chains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's here to party? Who is here to hear deep cuts? You know your audience.
Yeah.
So so guys, where can the public reach out and see your stuff on YouTube and social media and stuff, James, for the band?
We have a YouTube channel. I think it's Matt Ellis Tribute. If you just search for that, you'll find our stuff. We got a little over a dozen videos. I haven't posted anything recently, which probably should get to that, but.
Well, you've got a bunch of them out there. Yeah, I went through and looked at a bunch of the videos that they're, I think, 2022 kind of stuff, but it was good. How about the question? Do you always get hit with the question, what does Matt Alice mean? Where does that come from? I suppose a lot of new, inexperienced, music fans who don't get it always ask that question.
Not professionals like us.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's just I guess it's just kind of like a little, wouldn't call it an Easter egg necessarily, but it's just like obviously a play off of Mad Season and Alice in Chains. So usually a fan of one of the bands knows about the other band, and maybe they'll just kind of make that connection.
We really buried it deep by picking the first word of each band name and putting them together. It's pretty hard to figure out, but we kind
of clobber you over the head with it.
The first word, we could have been Season.
Season and Chains. I'm sure that was on the list
That's
to
probably
consider.
one of the ones out there.
But one of the reasons we did that is because we try to stick with that Lane Staley era of Alice
Sure.
in Chains.
Yeah. That is a good point. We don't do any of the new post Lane stuff. Not that it isn't good material. I actually, when I'm listening to Alice in Chains, it's the new stuff. Just, I don't know. I've heard the old stuff so much and playing it all the time. It's like, well, if I'm studying or trying to learn a thing, then yeah, but I'm usually listening to the Williams shit.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Good
Cool.
stuff. All right. So the show's coming up. Shakopee Bowl in Shakopee. They got a great stage, great venue there. It's also a big bowling alley in the back, but the rest of the stages, it's great venue to play. It's coming up. Is it January?
It's next Friday.
26th.
A week from tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow, a week from tomorrow. There's still some tickets available, I think, in some of the tables that are there. You can get a group of tables to rent. You can get $10 to stand there and find a spot to sit. $20 is what I got. It's basically reserved a bar stool at the bar for you to sit and watch it from the bar stool. It's $20. Tables are reserved then as well, but it's a great location for a venue. We'll be pushing it after the show is over as well on social media. But thanks for coming on the show, guys, and taking some time.
Dan will be the one getting the 2-for-1 hams all the time at the bar if you're looking for it.
Yes. They do have great specials there. So
coming right up a couple weeks after that on February 10th in Monticello, we're playing a show with a tribute to Linkin Park called The Hybrid Theory. We'll be at Nordic Brew on February 10th with those guys, and that's going to be fantastic. So if anyone's remotely in that area.
Yeah, that's up in that's Monticello. It's a smaller venue, right, up there, but it's a separate kind of a room.
The room's actually pretty big. It's a pretty big stage. Yeah, and it's just the room is only for music, so it's it's just a big open room with a big stage. So we've actually never played there inside.
Nope, not inside yet.
But
they didn't let us in. Now they're gonna let us in.
But you never know, though. Don't get cocky. You never know.
Yeah, right.
Good pounding at the door. Come on.
All right, Andy. Any last comments, Andy, for the group?
No, just I know you guys are a good follow on the social medias. Appreciate having you on.
Yep. Thanks for sharing.
Thanks again, fellas. Look forward to the show. Good luck in the future with all you guys do. It's like I said, it's a tough thing to do. Tough music to mimic, I guess, or to do. But I'm looking forward to the show to see it performed live. So I look forward to seeing you guys next Friday night.
Right on. We'll see you there.
All right. Thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep. Have a good night. Is this thing on?